How's it going, everybody? TC once again, and this time I've got the script I promised to do. I finally finished my little Detective Sherlock Holmes work on it. Now, what the deal is on this is, this got off eBay, and the guy that had it told me that this was Jerry Lewis's music book, basically, for the Telethon in 1994. And that inside was some of his own notes and whatever, scribblings. Now, as y'all know, sometimes I'll take a chance. Even though I can see the pictures, I can compare them, but it's kind of hard to do that when you don't have it right with you. So I went ahead and got it for fairly cheap. So I got it, took a chance. And I've investigated it, and I believe he's correct. That the handwriting in here is in Jerry's own hand. So, from the 94 Telethon. Now there's some stuff in here I haven't really looked at yet. There's some cool stuff in here that he didn't tell me was in here, like this here. It's a 92 button for the dystrophy. Telethon, and here's a 94. And I believe another 94. So these are cool. A little added bonus. No rust on them. They're in good shape. All three of them. A little dented on that one. Cool. Now, over here is the, you can see, it's the music schedule, or the performances by the hour from Jerry Lewis, it says. Hours with no performances are right here, 7, 8, 10, 12, 16, and 17. So he was probably taking breaks during those hours. Or maybe sleep, 7, 8, 10, who knows. Now over here, these are the ones I haven't looked at, of the ones in these pages here, other than to look at the very beginning of them, the title of them. This envelope, let's see, what did this have in it? Oh, this is cool. Yeah, I got the sticker. One sticker. But these are neat. These are tickets. Sarah Hotel, Las Vegas guest admission tickets for the 21.5 hours of fun, starting at 6 p.m. Sunday. So that's pretty cool. Not sure if these were his and he never used them or what, but there's, what are there? 5 of them. So that's cool. And a little Telethon envelope. And the sticker. Like I said, these I have not looked at. This basically tells you September 5th, 92, two security staff from Jerry Weinberg, Telethon coordinator. It's about restricted dressing room areas for Jerry Lewis, Ed McMahon, and Lisa Gibbons. And I'll give you a chance to read that cover there. Let me take it out of that thing. If I can. Getting it back in might be a problem. Well, maybe I should just, well, I'll do one. There's a couple in here. Get an idea what they look like. The others I'll just gloss over. But here's the name of the following list includes the names of those individuals who've been authorized access to the 3 dressing room areas. That's all these guys here, and women. Another page. Jerry Lewis's dressing room. More Jerry Lewis. Ed McMahon's dressing room. And there's Lisa Gibbons. And that's it. Whoop, there's one more page. And signed by, not sure who signed that. What was his name? Might have been the guy who's on the letter from. Jerry Weinberg. That's probably whose signature that is. Anyway, there's what that looks like. One of them. There's a few more. There's another one. Dated September 3rd. The other one was dated, what was it? September 5th. So they apparently updated the list a couple of times. Here's a production schedule. It's pretty cool. There's a few pages there. I don't know, about maybe 8 or so pages. Same with this. That's a thick one. That's even thick. That's probably about 12, 15 pages. Which shows all the rehearsal, location, notes. It's pretty interesting. Here's the security list again. H.B. Barnum Life Choir continued. Elaine Boozler. Well, that's a pretty thick one. That's a few pages there, so that's probably all the a lot of the stars listed there, people that were protecting them. Guards, bodyguards. And here you go, center stage, Old Black Magic. These are the songs that Jerry Lewis was going to perform, or did perform during the telethon. He usually started the whole thing out with one. This is probably what this is. Old Black Magic. He did that one in the Nutty Professor. And this writing here, and the numbers, are indeed his. When we get to where it's heavily noted, I'll show you how I made that determination. But almost every page has got something wrote on it. There's 2 o'clock, date on that. It's interesting how they did this. They're all stapled. These certain things are stapled together, like 10 or so pages apart, or together, and then they still have the holes in them for the binder. Not really sure why they bothered with the staples, but here's some more writing. These another song, One More Chance. Performance with Lewis. Live orchestra at 3:35. Now this binder was a little bit bigger than I thought it was. When the guy told me that it was big, I didn't really think. I mean, I figured it was probably good size because it's a telethon. It's 21 hours. But I think with just being the music, I didn't think it would be that big. There's some notes, Jerry outro. That's his writing again. What I'd like to have, if I could ever find one, would be the actual script that he used. Basically, other than when he was reading off cue cards, the performances when they were coming up, all that, whatever. All the people he was supposed to get money from, introduce the firefighters and all that stuff. Can't smile without you. And that was a Xerox copy. This looks like a first generation copy. Doesn't have the artifacts going on in it. It's clean. A few here and there, but could be wrong about that, but seems like that to me. And this has got a ton of pages. Item number, or item H, another song. Call Me. Yep. Made that famous. I think he quit doing that after the 90s, but I don't know. Here's some of the actual sheet music, which is pretty cool. Now some of these have writing on them, but most of this are Xeroxed already. They're copies of ones that have already been notated on. Except for some of it, like this here. This is actually wrote on. And this, you can tell the more bold. If I look at it with a magnifying glass, I can tell. Some of it you can almost feel through the page. This is a cool one. But I really didn't think that there'd be that many pages. Of course, I'm not into reading sheet music, so I don't know how many sheets there are per song. It looks like there's at least 10 on that one. So I never did learn how to read music, even though I took, it was 8th grade, I think. I elected to take a band music class or something. It lasted about a month. Still got the guitar, but yeah, that didn't last long. It's the wrong age for that. Wrong time, too, now that I think of it. Mal's, what did it say? Mal's Mixed Up Melodies. Trombone, highly used in that song apparently. That's why it's marked trombone. I'll just go ahead and skip through a bunch of these because you don't need to see all of them. I mean, they're basically all the same. It's just different songs. Here we go. Time to be announced on that one. Now we get to some of these ones that are, whoop, get this over there, there we go. Now we get it more balanced. All right, let me zone in a little bit here. Should have done that to begin with, but that's all right. Here we have some of his writing. Now this one, let's see, is this the one I used? I've got a thing over here showing these comparison. Let me find it. SBQ Trek, okay. It's not the same picture, but that's all right. I'll just wait till I get to it. But I will let you know that the reason I was able to determine this is his handwriting is for, I think, 3 to 4 letters. I believe it's 3 to 4 letters. The K's for sure. The R's. The G's and the S's that he did. There's two different kind of S's. A capital. Well, there's 2 different kind of capitals. And then a couple longhand that he does. Here's the regular S. Let's see, is there a capital? There's a capital there. But the other capital, let's see, where is that? It's right here somewhere. There it is. That reminds me of the old Singer sewing machine logo with the S like that, I believe. It rings a bell. But anyway, and there's a couple of R's. His R's are pretty distinct too. I think this is one of the pages. Let me look here. It's got single, 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 right. Oh, here we go. Here we have this same page. I'll go ahead and zone in so you can see it better. You can see the S's, how he did them. Now, that's on the script. Now, here's an example of his handwriting from a letter to his wife. I've got several examples you get on the internet. Here's the S. Almost identical. It's capital anyway. I think that's all that I had for comparison on that page. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. This one, I don't think I did that one. Okay, getting there. There's one that's totally, that was apparently scrapped. There's some more writing about a song, dealing with a song, or something that he was doing, somebody was doing on stage. Orchestra music, cue the music, breakdown. Pretty cool. His K's are all the same. They're like this, with the straight and then almost a half a circle deal, almost like his C's are. This is kind of cool. Elaine Boozler watch at 6 o'clock. I'm not sure what this says. It says he ripped it off me, and I called him the king of. Not sure what that says. Here's his S's. There's one capital, and then of course you've got the other one with the loop on the bottom. Now let me find that one that shows the R's a lot. Could be further down because there's a lot of writing in these pages, some of them. I only took like 5 or 6 pictures because that's really all I needed. Once I kept seeing the same consistency over it, over the pages and the letters, I pretty much said, well, that's all I need. Didn't take too long. It was just a matter of me doing it. That's why it took me 2 or 3 days doing other stuff. Okay, here we go. This might be the one I took a picture of. Let's see, with the K's. Nope. Nope, the one he did with the K was on a white page. Okay. But as you can see, definitely the same person wrote all this. So, no question about that. Confederate Railroad, Elvis and Andy performance. I ain't heard that name in a long time, Confederate Railroad. Wow. Hang on just a second. Okay. There's one of these pages in here have a little map that he drew of where the where all the instruments were supposed to be. It's pretty neat. It's like here it is, a little post-it. That's really cool. Here's some fuzz pedal on the guitar. Some other stuff is noted. Pretty cool. Vocal. Confederate Railroad, Trashy Women song. Here's a Norm Crosby deal. 4 or 5 o'clock. He's got something here marked, give him 1 o'clock. Huh. Note times change. Well, he's got every one of those marked. That's the thing about Jerry Lewis. He was precise because he knew pretty much, maybe not at the end in the 2000s, but because a lot of stuff changed, technical stuff. But by the time he did that telethon to probably the early 2000s, he could do just about everything that everybody around him was doing. Director, sound man, everything. I mean, he had been doing that since he was young, back in when he started doing movies by himself. After Dean and he split up in the late 50s. 50 what? 58 or 9, something like that. Maybe it was 57. But anyway, here's some more stuff on here. He was a good editor too. He edited all his own movies. He had his own machine that he did that at his house. It's pretty cool. Look at some of the documentaries about Jerry Lewis. Of course, as a kid, I was always a fan of his movies, big time. A lot different comedy than what we have now. But I was always a fan. Because when I was a kid, that's what was on TV all the time. Jerry Lewis reruns, movies. Bing Crosby and Bob Hope, Abbott Costello, Lauren Hardy, Three Stooges. You name it, all the biggies. And there's a bunch of examples of his G and the R's. And some K's here. I haven't got to that page yet. It shows the K's that I did a picture of, comparison side by side. Need clean out for edit. Okay. Okay, here we're getting there. This is the last part of it, I think. There's a bunch more left, though. Sorry, this is taking so long. I should have just went to the parts, but I thought this was cool enough to show every page, you know. For any of the people who are geeked enough about it as I am, want to see every page. Here's a cool little thing. Oh, what does it say? Can't tell. A moment to don't take the girl. Not sure what it's saying. Huh, okay. Definitely he wrote this because there's his R's and G's and there's that S again. Where's there a K? I don't see a K in this one. Oh, there's a longhand K. That's different. I will zip on through this because if you want to see it, you can always pause it. Hopefully I'm giving it enough time to focus. Oh, horns. Yep, it's a horn song. These songs are pretty long. Of course, you've only got a few lines per page. That's why one reason why there's so many pages for each song, I guess. Crazy Legs, Fonseca. That didn't ring a bell. That must be a dancer. Carrot Top, that's cool. 5 o'clock. He was on there almost every year after the early 90s. There's like a direction, count slow. Oop. Line improv. Interesting. Okay, here's some cool letters. Lots of P's, W's, G's, a couple R's. There's that K again. Wow, a lot of pages on that one. Okay. Note audience members. That's cool. There they are there. That's neat. Little diagram kind of. Okay, I think we're getting there. Let me just zip on through here. It's not so easy. I'm pretty sure I did not pass that. Wow. Alright, come on, where are you? Okay. Here's some interesting lettering here. This one I didn't do, I don't believe. No. There's a little diagram showing where some of the instruments are. It's pretty cool. Okay. This one I did take a picture of. Let's see, what did I use on that one? Ah, that was for the S's, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, the S. Okay, I'm starting to get frustrated now. Where was it? Wow. I sure hope I didn't pass it. The K was one of the main letters because of the fact that it was fairly unique. So were the R's too. Right, let's see what we got here. Oh, we're getting close, I think. So there's a little diagram of the instruments, the band. Guess I should have bookmarked these before I started doing the video. Ah, finally. Jesus, the last freaking page almost. Okay. This is the page where the K's can say good examples. Now, let me find the photo again. There it is. Whoops. That's one of them. There was another one. Here's an example of some K's from the script. And then, of course, there's a K there. Similar. One there. And one there. You see how much alike they are. The R's. See the R's. Let's see, where's there an R here? There's an R, but it's kind of messed up. Okay. Let's find a page that's got the R's. Not that one. Okay. Let me find it. Thought I had these covered. Oh, there's the R's. Okay, right. The problem with these letters are there's so many on here, it's hard that you have to almost scan every line to find the one I'm looking for. I got these two together for a reason. There's G. Maybe it's for the G's and not the R's, because I don't see an R on here. Where's there a G? There's a P. Very similar P. There compared to right there. There's a G there. A G there. Okay, I think I found the R's. There's some here, one there. Compared to his R, which is right here. They're pretty close. Pretty unique. There's the G's, and some of them are pretty unique too. They can do like that. And then he's got one exactly like that. All these are just like that. G right there. So, those are my reasons for believing that this is in actually Jerry Lewis's handwriting. Sorry it took so long to get to that. Should have been more prepared, but it's not easy to do when you're trying to do two different things at one time. Look at this screen, look at that screen. Almost to the end here. It's basically all the same here. There's not too many different. There's one they had marked, or he had marked with a G. What does it say? NG. Videotape. Some other things, bar count. There's some more notations, quite a few. You see the K's and the R's are basically the same. So, there's some more. So there you go. That is the Jerry Lewis music script for the Telethon. 1994 MDA Telethon. With some extra stuff thrown in. Some buttons and tickets, which is cool. So, if y'all enjoyed that, let me know what you think. Sorry it was so long, but this was a big old script. So, leave a comment, like, subscribe if you haven't, and later.